We mentioned the countdown to the State Fair of Texas is on, but today, instead of getting ready at Fair Park, organizers are in court. Safety top of mind for them this year after back-to-back scares at what is supposed to be one of the most fun events of the year. And last year, a shooting, the year before, what people thought was gunfire sent crowds running. And that is why State Fair organizers announced plans to ban guns this year. But the Texas Attorney General says that ban violates Texas law. And after weeks of back and forth, we could get a final answer from a judge today. Natalie Haddad joining us live this morning outside that hearing. Okay, Natalie, what do you know?
Hey, good midday to you, Kara. You know, this comes down to a fight between lease agreements, contracts, including what it means for a private entity such as the State Fair of Texas hosting a private event on public land. Can private rules be applied to this business or event when on public land? Now, so far, the hearing is still going off into the courtroom behind me that you see in the doors there. We have heard from one witness from the Texas Attorney General's office, and now we are hearing from a witness representing the State Fair of Texas, the entity itself, not necessarily the fair, but the nonprofit. Now, what brings us to court today, Attorney General Ken Paxton is suing the State Fair of Texas for enforcing a gun ban. He says the ban is unlawful and violates gun owners' rights because the State Fair of Texas takes place on city-owned land. Now, the State Fair is fighting back, and they say it is sticking with their new ban. Before, the fair would allow guns inside by licensed carriers, but after 3 people were shot and injured inside the food court area last year by an unlicensed carrier, the State Fair is trying to do away with weapons altogether. There are, however, exceptions for current or retired peace officers. So again, this is a fight that comes down to lease agreements, contracts, private businesses or entities having events on public land. Kara.
Okay, Natalie, now almost a decade ago, Attorney General Ken Paxton clarified laws on this himself.
He did. In fact, it was in 2016, just 8 years ago, that Attorney General Ken Paxton wrote an opinion piece that said that private entities could apply its own rules, even if it's on city-owned land, is so long as the city did not get involved with what those rules are. In fact, that opinion piece was surrounding the Fort Worth Zoo. Well, just 5 days ago, Attorney General Ken Paxton withdrew that opinion piece. That was a topic that actually came up in court just moments before we came on air. It is likely still what they are discussing now to the judge seeing over this hearing. Kara.
Yeah, interesting perspective there. Thanks so much, Natalie. Now, the State Fair of Texas with some new safety changes this year. The State Fair of Texas will be doing a big one. This is the bag policy. Okay, ladies, it has to be small. Officials say all bags must meet a new size requirement in order to be brought onto the fairgrounds. Medical bags, diaper bags, they're an exception, but they are going to be searched. The fair has added a new command center, a formal hub for all incidents and other issues that do need to be tracked.